Due to the circumstances, my homecoming was a little bit different than most missionaries because of the coronavirus. Pretty sad, but like, it's okay. I was released the next morning from being a missionary, so I got to take off this tag. This tag means a lot. I wore this for 18 months. I think one of the biggest things like from my mission experience in total, like that I've learned, has got to be where joy is found. Most people think that joy is found through like material things. Well, I don't know most people, but like that's something that's said a lot, right? That you can't find joy in material things. You can't find joy in money because money can't buy you happiness. You can't find joy in the things you own, but you can find joy in Jesus Christ. But deeper than that, it's not just joy in Jesus Christ, but it really is joy in service. I think that that's when I've had the most joy, even if things were really hard, because there was times on my mission, like a mission's not 100% easy and it's definitely not a vacation. You are working hard all the time. Even when I was having a really hard time and I felt like I couldn't keep going, or you know, there's even a point in my mission where I experienced a little bit of depression. And that was a really hard time for me. I couldn't feel the Spirit. I didn't feel that I was making an impact in anyone's life. And anytime you went to teach a lesson, I felt completely useless because I didn't feel like I was connected with God. I felt very disconnected, and that was a really, really hard time for me. And I cried, and I thought about giving up. I thought about going home. But something that I realized in that time, in that moment, when I was experiencing these things, that as long as I was serving, as long as I was giving everything that I had to God and going out and sharing the gospel, no matter how I felt inside, because I knew this message is so important. I know this message is so important, that it really can bring joy into people's life, and the gospel seriously can change you. It can change you. This gospel is not a blanket statement, but when you learn and you apply the gospel into your life, it really truly becomes individual. And I think that the way that everybody receives the gospel is different. It's definitely personalized to you, and God knows that. And everyone will have different experiences as you live the gospel, that will grow your faith, that will help you come closer to your Savior Jesus Christ and grow your relationship with God. All of those things can happen as you live the gospel, but they're definitely personal to you. So through serving and bringing people this knowledge of the gospel, I truly was able to gain the most joy I've ever had. And I just want to read to you what I wrote in my journal at the time of this very hard moment. This is from one of the emails that I wrote home, and so I'll just read it because I think this kind of like is the meat of what I've learned. I learned a lot, but I really like this. So this week, I'll say, has been the very best week on the mission so far. No one was baptized, but yes, many miracles still happen, and boy, did I learn a ton. This week had a lot of ups and down days. Some days I felt super pumped to go out to do the work, and other days I felt a little discouraged with myself. However, yesterday I studied being of good cheer. What I learned is this: in order to be happy, truly happy, we must have charity, the pure love of Christ. Loving as Jesus did is the key to happiness. When we love people enough to think of others before ourselves, we can not only find joy and deeper love for ourselves, but we can also find it for those that we serve. We can also step away from the things that trouble our minds. I've learned that the pure love of Christ is why I should be of good cheer, because no matter what happens, I know everything will be okay. I know I'll be alright because Christ loves me, and He loves you too. He loves us all enough to have suffered in Gethsemane and die on the cross. He dismissed the anguish and fear He may have had about performing the atonement so that we can return to live with our Father in heaven. Jesus' love is so powerful and stretches even into the eternities. I'm a witness to his love. I've felt it, and I have seen the healing and changing power of Christ's atonement in myself this week. This week was the best week on my mission because I learned what it means to be truly happy. Throughout this week, I've noticed many miracles. If there's anything to take away from this email, it is that Jesus Christ loves you and cares infinitely for you. He knows you and will bless you with opportunities to grow and to learn. So never give up, for he is always with you. Love, Sister Johnson. So that was the email that I wrote in one of the hardest times of my mission. But I was able to find light even in darkness. And I know that the same is for all of us. We all can if we rely on Jesus Christ. And like I said, I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity to share this with others, and it's been such a blessing. I guess for now, I'm just stuck in isolation for the next, like a little less than 2 weeks now. So I'll just be in my room. Definitely, if you have questions that you want to ask a returned missionary, please feel free to leave the questions down below. If you have comments, the same. I would love to answer any questions that y'all have, so please don't feel shy to comment down below or whatnot so that I can answer those questions for you. But I am honestly so grateful for the experience I had, but I'm also grateful that I get to return and do more vlogs for you guys. Because this is so exciting. Like, I love doing this, and I hope that my videos bring you happiness as you watch them, and that they're actually things that you care about. Anyways, thanks guys so much for watching. I hope that you all have a wonderful day and keep on smiling. And I'll see you next time. Bye.